Okay. All right. I mean, that always redeems a character, too.
Yeah.
He can start off scared, cowardly, but then overcomes that to do heroic feats.
Right.
You know, especially if they're selfless heroic feats.
Right. I mean, the first time he was willing to really risk his neck was because of the friendship he had made with Rocky.
Well, okay. So that's cool, man.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool. So he didn't want to save humanity, but he put his ass on the line for some rocky ass alien.
Yeah. Now I'm pissed off.
Yeah.
Now I'm angry.
Within the context, saving humanity was a guaranteed death sentence. It was a suicide mission.
Gotcha.
Saving Rocky was high risk of death. It was a little different.
Okay.
That's an interesting distinction.
I like the distinction. Yeah.
High risk of death or certain death?
Certain death.
Yeah. I'm taking the high risk.
Yeah. T-Mobile 5G home internet has some big news you should know about. They now have the fastest 5G home internet according to the experts at Ookla Speed Test. Now, in practical terms, it means photo backups happen faster, streaming a documentary doesn't stall halfway through, the physics of waiting reduced. What's also notable is that this jump in speed doesn't come with added complexity. Setup is simple. You plug it in and you're online in less than 15 minutes. And the value side of the equation holds up too, with a plan price that's backed by a 5-year price guarantee. So, if you want the fastest 5G home internet with a simple setup and savings that stick, get T-Mobile 5G home internet. Just visit t-mobile.com/home internet to check availability today. Price guarantee exclusions like taxes and fees apply. Fastest based on Ookla Speed Test intelligence data, second half 2025. All rights reserved.
So I want to just compliment you on conceiving of aliens that are not just actors in a suit.
Yeah.
So therefore, you have the freedom for them to not be humanoid.
Right.
Which is one of the weakest points of all Hollywood aliens.
Well, to be fair, Hollywood aliens are usually not in $200 million movies, right? And so you've got to be realistic.
Is that what your movie cost?
Yeah.
$200 million.
Actually, closer to 250, but we got tax rebates from the UK for shooting there. Yeah.
Wow.
Nice. Yeah, we better make a lot of money on this.
Well, that's why he's got an expensive Panama hat.
That's why I've got this expensive Panama hat. Right. So half of that budget went to this. Right. But yeah, most of the time, if you're going to write a science fiction story and you want to tell it in a reasonable budget, like an episode of Star Trek or something like that,
you get the rubber costume.
You get the forehead prosthetics. You have the alien be in the same environment. You're good. But yeah, with the luxury of being able to do whatever you want, we can have our alien require xenonite barriers, and stuff like that, and be completely non-humanoid.
Tell me about the barriers, because your alien requires a different environment.
29 atmospheres of ammonia.
29 atmospheres.
A lot of pressure and ammonia.
And a lot of heat.
Yeah,
that's right.
Hot, high pressure, and poisonous gases.
Yep.
So
sounds a lot like me and Melania. Anyway, sorry. Go ahead.
So how do you...
After a lot of tacos.
How that the boundary between the regular spaceship and the alien in the spaceship, what was that boundary? It was transparent.
It was made of xenonite, which is a material that is somehow one of the main components of it is xenon, a noble gas that doesn't normally react with things.
Right.
What I wanted...
It makes super bright headlights. Because
So Ryland has no idea how that stuff works or how it's made.
So it's a rocky
Yeah,
alloy.
it's iridium technology.
Okay.
And so what I wanted was, I didn't want either species to be like completely scientifically more advanced than the other. From the Iridian's point of view, we're kind of the advanced aliens because we have computers, we have better technology across the board. But Iridians have much better materials technology.
So they're material scientists, basically.
Yeah, their materials science is far better than ours. But our like they didn't understand relativity. The Iridians didn't, or they didn't understand. We've only known it for about 120 years, so don't get so high and mighty.
Wait, so why was it important that they didn't know relativity?
We figured out flight before we figured out relativity. Okay, so
why was it important that they did not know relativity as a storyteller?
Because it gave me an excuse to, if you assume Newtonian physics, which they did, they calculated how much fuel they would need to get from their home star, Forty Ardani, to Tau Ceti, and for a trip back. It was supposed to be a round trip thing. And you calculate that fuel, you get a certain number. The real amount of fuel you need to use is considerably less due to the time dilation and the relativistic effects you have when you're going there. So he ended up with a whole bunch of excess fuel, which enables him.
There, I didn't catch that.
Yeah.
There it is.
Yeah.
And so that's the evidence they didn't know relativity. Otherwise, they would have done the proper calculation.
Right.
Right.
And Rocky, it's in the book, but not in the movie. Rocky says they were very confused. It's like, okay, the planet was, the other star was closer than it should be, so he slowed down, but then it got further away. What?
Oh, so they're experiencing relativity, not knowing what the hell's going on.
What is going on?
Wow. So do you regret that wasn't in the movie?
No, you had to cut things out.
Yeah, so okay. Because you don't have final edit control, I presume, because you're just the author.
Well, I'm also a producer, so I had say.
What were you executive producer?
No, I was a real producer.
Oh! Oh! Wow. So is there a scene you felt should have been in the movie?
Yeah, my only regret, and Drew and I both fought for this. Drew wrote the adaptation for it.
I
Drew
saw
Goddard.
he's credited in for that. Drew, the full name?
Drew Goddard.
Drew Goddard.
Drew Goddard wrote the adaptation, did a fantastic job. And he and I both wanted this one scene, and we just didn't have time for it because the runtime was going so long. But there's a scene in the book where they nuke Antarctica. They basically back on Earth, yeah. On Earth, they set off a bunch of nuclear explosions in Antarctica to make an entire ice shelf fall into the ocean so that it will melt and release all the methane, which is greenhouse gases, so that Earth will retain more of the heat that it is getting from the sun.
Because the astrophase is eating
dimming
the sun.
Dimming the sun.
So, wow.
So they're like, we need some global warming.
Wow.
And that's why.
Are you doing Trump? Is that it? Listen.
And that's why.
There's something between Trump and Fat Albert. It's somewhere.
I think there's something wrong with your ears. Yeah.
That's a pretty gravelly Trump, my friend.
No, if you've listened to him now, that's how he talks.
Okay.
So I'm not doing rally Trump. I'm doing the Trump that talks in front of the cameras and wants you to know that, quite frankly.
So that's something that was not in the film, where we don't see Earth descending into.
Right. And that's also not in the book. We see in the beginnings of it in the book, there's issues. They're starting to have problems. And a lot of their problems are caused by the amelioration techniques they're proactively doing.
Right. Mm-hmm.
So they nuke and things are going to get worse, but then we're going to need that heat.
Yeah. Right. So we have a mouse problem. Well, let's get a bunch of hawks. And now we have a hawk problem. Right. Okay.
Exactly.
That's the deal.
All right. And it was a stretch for me, if I may.
You and I are enemies now. No, go ahead.
It was a stretch for me as an academic to completely embrace the idea that the entire world of biochemists is insufficient to handle this mission, and they need the one guy who has the expertise that no one else has. And he's a middle school chemistry teacher.
Right. So to be fair, he was a speculative xenobiologist. He is a PhD, astrobiologist. So he had done that, and then he'd left that field. He'd written papers and stuff.
But he wrote papers, so the papers are out there, and other people are still active.
Right.
And he's no longer active.
Right.
So why does he still become the guy?
Because he's been part of the mission and the mission planning the whole time. So he understands all the other aspects of the mission as well. He knows all about the Hail Mary itself. And they don't have time to train someone else up on all the other stuff. And he's as well trained as any of the other biologists
in the way they need
in
him
the field
to be.
that they need him to be.
Okay. He got
That's
out of
what
that
I'm
one.
going
Does
with.
that work for you?
He got out of that one.
I got wriggled out of that one.
So again, congratulations.
Thanks so much.
Some of your books getting turned into movies.
Done on two out of three. Two out of three.
Some of your books getting turned into movies.
Thanks,
and it's a delight anytime you come visit us here. And for whatever might be your next book still, we want to stay on your tour.
Okay.
Your tour list.
Always.
All right.
Very cool.
Excellent.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
And any last just bits of wisdom or advice for us all? How about aspiring writers? What might you say?
Aspiring writers. I got 3 bits of advice for aspiring writers. 1, you have to actually write. Ideating and imagining and world building is not writing. You need to type. Number 2 is resist the urge
To execute the idea.
Yeah. Number 2 is resist the urge to tell your friends and family your story.
Right.
It satisfies your need for an audience and saps your will to write.
Oh,
Very nice.
Ooh, good
So
one.
you can give them a chapter at a time as you write it to
Right.
satisfy that
But
need
write
for
it. Don't tell
write
them.
it. Don't tell
Write
them.
it. Okay.
And then the third one is there's never been a better time in human history to self-publish. There's no old boy network between you and the readers anymore.
Right.
You can, for absolutely zero financial risk, you can put your book out there and millions of people
Says
have
the man
access
who's
to it.
published with Penguin Random House.
Right.
Okay.
I was going to say,
Who initially published on Kindle Direct Publishing.
oh, but for all of you who aren't this talented, don't quit your job.
I didn't quit my job until I had a traditional publishing deal with Penguin. So, yeah.
All right.
All right.
We're done here. That was Project Hail Mary.
Nice.
Full of grace.
Yeah.
The Lord was with thee.
Well, Phil Lord.
Chuck, always good to have you, man.
Always a
Lord,
pleasure.
nice. And Andy, thanks for being high up on my compliment list.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
And let me give you the highest compliment I could ever give. Don't stop moving the needle in your storytelling for Hollywood, because it was looking like same shit, different day
Yeah.
for so many years. And with your stories out there, it gives us something fresh to embrace and imbibe
Thanks so much. That means a lot to me.
in the
man.
genre. Neil deGrasse Tyson, your personal astrophysicist. Do keep looking up. We're reaching through our Patreon paywall and bringing forth one of the exclusive AMAs. That's where Patreon members ask me anything at all that crosses their mind, not only by sending in their questions in advance, but also by accessing our recording live. Normally, that's only for Patreon members, but today we're bringing that out for all of you to see. Hope you enjoy it. Chuck,
Yes.
it's that time.
The time is nigh. Oh, the time is now.
Is now.
That time is now. Ya es la hora.
And now.
Mi gente.
Now. Yeah, it's exclusive Patreon Q&A.
Yeah.
AMA. Only they get to ask the questions, which is always true, but only they will get to listen to the answers.
Well, that's because they gave us the money.
No, because they support us.
Through money.
Okay.
All right.
What's that you said Quincy Jones once said?
Quincy Jones
Love me.
said-
Nobody doesn't love Quincy Jones.
Oh my God, Quincy Jones was a genius among geniuses.
You know, at the 50th anniversary NASA celebration,
Yeah.
up at the other airport
Right.
in Washington, he was there, like playing music. I was there. He was there.
That's
The
very
astronauts were there.
Very cool.
Quincy Jones.
Yeah, well,
with
he's got a saying about money. He
a, with
says,
a white piano. Yeah.
oh, how else do you do it? I mean, anytime an event of any import is happening, you have to have a white piano.
Yeah, that is interesting.
And anytime you play for Trump, you have to have a white piano.
The brown ones.
I don't appreciate the mahogany, the browns.
The brown ones are being deported
Where are
right
my
now.
black pianos? Where are my black pianos? My beautiful, beautiful black pianos that only play Trump loved approved songs. I love them. All right. Anyway, Quincy Jones said, when money enters the room, God leaves, which is an
Nothing
awesome.
could be more true than that.
Exactly.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. So
All right.
here we go. Sanad Bayramovich says this. Hi, this is Sanad from Chicago, Illinois. With all the talk about us living in a simulation, when we look out into the cosmos, or even here on Earth, what are some of the phenomena we've observed that feels like features and feels less like features and more like bugs in the system? I love this question.
Ooh.
What a great question. It's like, okay, forget whether or not we're living in a simulation.
Okay.
Let's assume that we are. And then let's figure out the glitches in the Matrix.
Yep. And right in the Matrix, there's a scene where they're entering the building.
Right.
And because they're in the real world in that moment, in their real bodies.
Correct.
I think so. Is that right? Or
No, they're still in the Matrix.
They're still in the Matrix, and Neo sees a cat,
Right.
a black cat, and then
He sees it again.
and said,
He goes, whoa, deja vu.
and Trinity says, "What happened? It was just something weird. Don't worry about it. No, tell me what happened. I saw a cat twice. Was it exactly the same cat? Yeah. Did exactly the same thing? Yeah. Then that she knew it was a glitch.
So it was like, yeah, that was the glitch in the Matrix, and that meant that they were made, and the agents knew where they were.
Yes.
Right.
Yes. In fact, that was the answer to a clue in a New York Times crossword puzzle a few weeks ago.
What?
Yep. How do you know?
No, I meant New York Times has a crossword puzzle.
All right. So a couple of things. So how much is the universe like the Truman Show? If you didn't see the Truman Show, they created this world for him, raised him in this world, and he had no knowledge or understanding of the outside of this world. And everyone in his world, his friends, his teachers, they were all actors.
Right.
Okay?
He was the only one that wasn't in on it.
In on it. And he goes out on a boat to the horizon, and then he gets to the edge, and it's a painted horizon.
Yep.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Your world collapses
Right there.
right there and then.
And every flat earther was like, I told you. I told you. I knew it.
So the question is there anything when we got up close and it just wasn't real?
Right.
Or was it fake?
Right.
Okay, that has never happened. But what does it take? It just takes the programmer to be just way smarter than you.
Right.
Okay, how much smarter are you than a dog? All right, smart enough so that...
What breed are we talking?
there is a difference among breeds. So I grew up with a poodle. Poodle's a smart ass
pretty
dog.
smart, yeah.
I didn't know until I met other dogs. And I said, what's wrong with your dumb ass?
Yeah. A lot of dogs are dumb. I grew up with a German Shepherd. And they're pretty smart too.
You grew up with a German Shepherd, I grew up with a poodle.
Yeah. And then after the German Shepherd, we had a pit bull. And
Damn, what's wrong with you?
That was my father. It was his guard dog.
Okay.
But it was too violent to be on the company premises.
Oh, yeah, okay.
So the workers were like, hey, man, we're not coming to work with that dog here. So then he brought it home to be a pet for his kids. Right. What,
There you go.
what the hell is wrong with this man? And then my mother...
Safe for home, not safe for work.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then my mom, it took over the... so I fed it every day.
Mm-hmm.
Its name was Butch, and it loved me. And anybody else that walked into the laundry room, because we had a very large laundry room, it would basically attack you. And so then my mother made him get rid of it, and he gave it to somebody. But yeah,
okay.
it probably gave it to Michael Vick. who ended up- Anyway, sorry, I digress.
Where was I? Oh, we're
So,
talking about, are we in a matrix?
How smart are you than a dog? How
Yes.
much smarter
so
are you
could,
than a dog?
You could devise things that the dog would never figure out.
Right.
Because you can go 1,000 steps ahead of the dog, and the dog would have no clue.
Right.
So it just takes a really smart alien to program the universe. And so the idea that we can outsmart someone who's way, way smarter than us, I think is unrealistic.
Right.
But there are other things you can look for. For example, if you've ever programmed a computer, there's a place where you put up the parameters. What's the speed of light? You put in that because you might need that later.
Right.
What is the value of pi? You'll need that later. What is the range of values certain changing parameters can have in your program? Okay? So, for example, if you have people who age, we'll say they can be as young as 0 and old as, let's say, 120.
Right.
You can't say infinity because that's not real.
Right.
Okay, so you put in something. Now watch. Suppose we find out that no one ever lives past 120. People do, we improve health, we keep improving it. People going like gangbusters, and then they hit 120 and die.
Right.
That's not normal.
Exactly.
There's something wrong. That's a glitch. That means we found the limits of the programmer's range of values that they had presumed for us.
Right. Exactly.
That would be a way to determine that. If no one ever lived to 121, yet a bunch of people die at 120, something's wrong.
Exactly.
Now, the cosmic astrophysical version of that, we have cosmic rays.
Okay.
These are high energy particles that come from across the galaxy and across the universe.
Yes.
Very high energy.
Yes.
We can plot how many particles have high energies, have different energies. There's like a tail off of their energies. That tells you how energetic the things are in the universe.
Okay.
You can ask, suppose, these are really high energy, high. Suppose there's a cutoff.
Okay.
How do you get a cutoff? Maybe that's the limit that the programmer put in.
Highest value that was put in.
That was put in, because they didn't think we would get to that high.
Is that gamma rays?
They would have the energy of gamma rays.
The energy of a gamma ray.
Right. So that's what I think we would need to look for.
Wow.
Otherwise, everything's going wrong just fine. And another thing, we're putting our bias on it. If you dig into the Earth, why would the programmer have to create the whole Earth if you're only digging into one part of it? So why not create the Earth you're digging into as you dig into it?
Of course. That makes sense.
Right.
It's like the old...
Otherwise, you're wasting computing power.
Right. Those old backdrops that would circle around, and the people would walk on a treadmill, and the backdrop's going by them, and they're just walking.
Okay. Right. Because only the part that you're looking at is what mattered
what
at any
matters,
given time.
yeah.
And that pissed me off watching the Flintstones.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Because in the car, as they sped up with their feet, as they went by, the scene were exact duplicates of previous scenes.
Absolutely. That just kept repeating.
They kept repeating.
Yeah.
See, that would be a glitch in their matrix.
That would be a glitch in their matrix, yeah.
They say, hey, they should have had an episode.
Hey, Fred, didn't we pass that just 2 seconds ago?
Exactly. I would have noticed that, and I said, wait a minute, I think we are drawn by somebody.
Right.
Right?
Right.
And that's the same with Jessica from Roger Rabbit.
Oh, Jessica Rabbit.
Jessica Rabbit.
I'm not bad. I'm just drawn that way.
I'm just drawn. So she has self-awareness that she's drawn. Right. So that would be a way to do that. We have yet to see sort of duplicated scenes or anything like that.
Yeah.
Which would show the laziness of the programmer.
The programmer.
Right.
Okay. Very cool. There you go. Nice question there. Let's go to Steve Hale. And Steve says, hey, Dr. Tyson, Lord Nice, I am a retired family physician, worked mostly in public health, and a recent Patreon subscriber. Well, thank you for your service.
Yes. Service and support.
Yeah. My question is to Lord Nice. What? Uh-oh. Why didn't I skip this? I should read these beforehand. I swear to God. All right. Does he recall in childhood being required to write his last name first, then comma, then first name, therefore Nice Chuck? Yeah. And did he have any feeling or reaction to this? Maybe, why are we demanding Nice Chuck? I will become a comedian and poke fun at them and create laughter. That's not exactly how it went at all, by the way. And no, the only problem with being Chuck Nice is very hard to be a dick when I want to be.
Oh.
Yeah. The moment I'm a dick, people are just like, I knew it. Yeah, you're not nice.
You're not nice, yeah.
Or Louis Ferranda, who was the general manager of Caroline's on Broadway, used to call me
Caroline's Comedy Club.
Caroline's Comedy. Used to call me Chuck Mean. He said, because I know your secret.
What's the secret?
That I'm not nice.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Chuck Mean.
Yeah, but when you did do Nice Chuck, what thoughts went through your head?
Nothing, because I don't really know if I'm nice to this day. I mean, I think I'm compassionate, but I'm not sure if I'm nice.
You know, nice didn't always mean what it means today.
What's that?
Nice meant honed with precision.
Whoa!
Yeah. If you had,
I wish I had known that.
No,
because that's what I've been thinking.
So because if
I am German.
What?
Honed with precision.
German engineering.
German engineering.
Okay. Yeah. So if you had a nice knife It meant it was sharpened
to
and could perform its task.
get out.
Yeah, and then nice became a desirable feature of things that were nice, and then it just turned
into be a nondescript word that we have slap on everything.
Right. This has lost its precision.
That's very cool.
Yeah.
I did not. Nice. Honed with
I
precision.
think I'm right there.
I'm going to look it up.
You gonna check?
I got to check right now because that's too good not to know.
Not to bring with you.
By the way, how do you remember this stupid stuff?
No, because
I
write, and so I care what the words mean.
This is true. I've read your writing, and I'll say that it shows. I'm going to give you that compliment.
So the origin...
When you write, you definitely are a person who chooses words.
Oh, yeah.
You are a word choice smith.
But I choose words not what sound good coming out of me, but what work landing on you.
Ooh.
As an educator, I care about you. I don't care about me. Right.
Okay.
Did you look it up yet?
I have in precision.
No. Just look. Original early definitions of nice or obsolete definitions.
It appeers to be.
I could be wrong, but
nice as honing likely. Okay, no.
Don't do
that.
Don't lead the witness.
Don't. You know why? Because it's AI. You can't.
Yeah, AI. You can't. Okay.
Nice original
usage.
Here we go.
What do you have?
Dainty and luxurious.
That's interesting.
Delicate as a distraction.
Okay, none of those are what I'm
saying. Modern, polite.
Yeah.
Amelioration. None of those are good. Oh, shit!
What?
15th century.
Yeah.
Precise. Precision. Before finally becoming a term of pleasant kind approval. So the precision, which is
worked its way
to being like, oh, I approve of that. It's so precise.
Yes, there it is.
So now, since I approve of it, now just the approval part was what we use now, which means,
it was nice.
Right.
Okay.
The original, which is so funny, the original was just the opposite, which means ignorant or stupid.
No, that's not what that's.
T-Mobile 5G home internet has some big news you should know about. They now have the fastest 5G home internet according to the experts at Ookla speed test. Now, in practical terms, it means photo backups happen faster, streaming a documentary doesn't stall halfway through, the physics of waiting reduced. What's also notable is that this jump in speed doesn't come with added complexity. Setup is simple. You plug it in and you're online in less than 15 minutes. And the value side of the equation holds up too, with a plan price that's backed by a 5-year price guarantee. So, if you want the fastest 5G home internet with a simple setup and savings that stick, get T-Mobile 5G home internet. Just visit t-mobile.com/home internet to check availability today. Price guarantee exclusions like taxes and fees apply. Fastest based on Ookla speed test intelligence data, second half 2025. All rights reserved. This is Valalov. Tommy from Stockholm says...
Stockholm, Sweden.
Sweden.
Oh, by the way, the Nobel Peace Prize is given in a in a different city from all the other Nobel Prizes.
Get out.
Yeah.
Why? Just to make that distinction?
I once knew, I don't remember.
Okay.
Yeah, so all the main ones are given in the quote regular ones are given in Stockholm.
Stockholm.
And then the Nobel Peace Prize, there's some other city, I forgot which.
Okay.
Just to put, okay,
right.
go on.
What is the last video game you have played, Dr. Tyson, and what's your favorite game ever?
Wow. Okay. So I was never into violent video games. We had to harm
Other people or other things.
or other things. And I didn't even like Pac-Man because you had to like eat
Right. The other little creatures.
Right. And I thought, not that I had some deep philosophical objection to it.
Yeah.
It was